Are you ready for some Full Gear? Not really, because AEW sucks, but regardless, here to preview and give my predictions for AEW 2022 Full Gear. I believe AEW just have 4 pay-per-views a year. I don't like that. I personally prefer WWE having the 12, and I know we've heard people say that a pay-per-view every month is why the product's bad. No, it's not. The product's bad because the product's fucking bad. Okay, you look at the best era in WWE, the Attitude Era, and you had 12 pay-per-views a month. Ruthless Aggression Era, you had 12 a month. Hell, when Raw and SmackDown were separate brands, I mean, there was some fucking years you were getting like 14 pay-per-views, 15 pay-per-views, so having more pay-per-views doesn't necessarily make a bad company. Now, I do feel like maybe you don't need one every month. Could you maybe get away with 8? I think so, but I don't think 4 is enough. I feel like, in the way AEW's pay-per-views are spaced out, it's not like every 3 months you get a pay-per-view. I feel like there's bigger gaps between each pay-per-view, and then it's like, there'll be certain ones where you've maybe got like 5 months between each big show, and it's like, what can you do in 5 months? Twiddle your thumbs and fucking sit there and hope for the best. So yeah, I do think AEW, I don't think it would hurt AEW to introduce a couple more big pay-per-views, but yeah, it is what it is. Maybe people don't want to buy them. Personally, I wouldn't buy them. I'll be live streaming this illegally tonight, but let's go through the matches. So on the 0 hour, we have, so basically they've got a pre-show called Full Gear 0 Hour. 3 matches happening on that. First one is Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks. AEW World Championship Eliminator Tournament semi-finals. I'm going to go with Ricky Starks to win that one. Then we have Best Friends versus The Factory. I mean, just a bunch of fucking jobbers here. Rocky Romero and Danhausen teaming up with Best Friends, and that versus 10-man tag team. I'll go with Best Friends. I think Best Friends will win. And then in the main event of 0 hour, we have Eddie Kingston versus Yan Yikiyama, some guy from Japan. Do not give a fuck. I think Eddie Kingston will win, because I just imagine that they'll give the win to the AEW guy rather than give it to the Japanese guy that nobody knows. Not that everybody knows Eddie Kingston, but I just feel like he's more likely to get the win because he is an AEW guy. Right, let's move on then to the main show now. I'm not too sure which order these matches will take place in, but I'm just going to go through them in whatever order I have them basically in front of me. So we've got tag team titles up first. The Acclaimed with Billy Gunn versus Swerve in Our Glory. I see the Acclaimed winning this. To be fair, it's probably one of the better things going in AEW at the moment. I think the Acclaimed are relatively over. They're not brilliant, but out of everything that's on Dynamite and that's on Rampage, I think I do enjoy the Acclaimed more than most stuff. So I think the Acclaimed will win. I'll be surprised if they do lose tonight. And there's been, there's been signs that Keith Lee and Swerve aren't really getting along. So I do think the Acclaimed will win, then hopefully move on to another feud with a different tag team, because this one has been going on a bit too long in my opinion. Then we have Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter. Nothing feud here. This is terrible. The last time we seen anything from it was in Dynamite. Jamie Hayter ran out to the ring. She got in the ring. She looked at Toni Storm, then she left. I mean, what the fuck? Why? What was so urgent? Why did she need to run down to the ring if all she was going to do was look at Toni Storm, then walk away? I mean, what the fuck was that all about? Who came up with that idea? And the whole interim championship is just another really bad idea. Maybe if AEW didn't sign injury-prone people, maybe if they didn't sign people that had, fucking bad locker room reputations, maybe they wouldn't have all these interim champions. I'm going to go with, surprisingly though, I'm going to go with Jamie Hayter. There you go. You've heard it here first. I'm going to go with... No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to go with Toni Storm. Now, I think Jamie Hayter probably should win, because I just don't think anyone cares about Toni Storm, whereas some people seem to like Jamie Hayter for one reason or another. But I don't think they'll want Jamie Hayter to win an interim championship. I think if Jamie Hayter was going to win, it would be the actual championship. So it seems cheap, somebody to win their first title when the title's not actually the title, it's just an interim title. So I've got a feeling that, Toni Storm will retain. So yeah, even though I think Jamie Hayter's probably the person to go with, I think since it's an interim championship, Toni Storm will get the win. Then we have Jericho versus Bryan versus Claudio Castagnoli versus Sammy Guevara. 4-way match for the Ring of Honor World Championship. I see Jericho retaining. Might be match of the night. I mean, who knows? To be fair, who really cares? I'm just not really enjoying Jericho at the moment. The Jericho Appreciation Society doesn't do much for me. Been in this feud with the Blackpool Combat Club. It's boring me. I just don't really want to see it. What I do want to see is Jericho pack his bags and have one last good run in the WWE. Hopefully we get to see that, but Jericho seems to be loving life. He seems to be kissing Tony Khan's ass 24/7 these days, so I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm going to go with Jericho to retain. Next up, we've got the AEW TBS Championship. Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose. Man versus woman here. Intergender match coming up. I'm going to go with Jade Cargill to retain. She hasn't lost yet. I don't see her losing tonight. I see it being a tough win. I see Nyla Rose, getting a couple of, near fall or whatever. But I do see Jade Cargill in the end, coming away with the victory and coming out standing tall. Then we have Britt Baker versus Saraya. You know what? I think Britt Baker should win this. I've got a feeling they'll give it to Saraya because she's just in and they want to give her the big win. But if it was me, personally, I would probably go with Britt Baker if they want to be against the whole, just give the person a win to the person coming in. But Saraya's ex-WWE, so I think she'll win. I do think she'll win, but I think Britt Baker should go over. But I'm going to go with Saraya. Then we have Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby Allin. So I'm going to go with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I don't think it would make much sense to bring Jarrett in and have him lose straight away. Darby Allin's lost a lot. Sting's a fucking old man. I don't think a loss really affects Sting anymore. So I'm going to go with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I would rather just see Jeff Jarrett versus Sting in a singles match, though. I think most people would rather see that. But no, we have to throw in fucking Darby Allin. Darby Skinny Jeans fucking Allin, or Skinny Tights, whatever it is he wears. £150 skinny fucking ass Darby Allin. Luchasaurus versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Don't care. I want Christian back. Steel cage match. I mean, it might be good. I think Jungle Boy will win, but it could go either way. I don't really care. I'm going to say Jungle Boy gets the win here. Death Triangle versus the return of the Elite. I think the Elite will win, but here's the problem. It makes Death Triangle look absolutely shit if the Elite just come back and win the titles. And surely Tony Khan wouldn't give them the belts, after that interaction with Punk. I know he suspended them. I think he removed the titles, the MVP titles or EVP titles from them. I'm not too sure if that's true, but I think it sends the wrong message if they just come back straight away and win Death Triangle. So I'm going to go Death Triangle to retain, but honestly I would not be surprised if Tony Khan gives it to the Elite, because we all know he fucking loves these guys. So yeah, they have a 4-way gangbang every single night, and they'll probably do it tonight on the Trio Championships. We have Wardlow versus Samoa Joe versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Big match, 3-man match, heavy hitters. Could be good, could be match of the night. I'm going to go with Wardlow to retain in the triple threat match. And then the singles match for the AEW World Championship. This is MJF's Casino Poker Chip cash-in. So I'm going to go with MJF. I think he will turn heel. I think, well, you could argue he's already heel, but I think he will reunite tonight with the, not the Factory, who's that fucking, the Firm. There's so many shit stables in AEW, it's hard to remember all their names, but I think MJF tonight will reunite with the Firm. I think the Firm will help Moxley win this match and become the new AEW World Champion. Moxley's already got 3 title reigns. He doesn't need another one. He doesn't even need this one. And he fucking sucks as well. Get the belt off Moxley. I don't know why they're treating Moxley as if he's this huge star when he's not. Look at him. He looks like a fucking middle-aged junkie. So yeah, I would give the belt to MJF, but I wouldn't be surprised if Moxley wins, but I'm going to go MJF, guys. That's it. Let me know your predictions down below. I will catch you later on tonight for the review. But until then, been Fog Wrestling. Catch you in the next one. Peace.